What's up, everybody? What's going on? Welcome to another great episode of the Tuck Your Chin podcast. Tonight we're gonna be predicting Clash of Champions. First, let me introduce our guest here today. Wants to take the mic. The floor is yours.
Yeah,
Ah,
go for it, dude.
all right. Hello, everybody. My name is Nicholas Isaacs. I am a wrestling nerd slash co-host of the Scoops Out Loud podcast with my dad, who some of you may know as Al Isaacs, who was not only the founder of Scoops, but also more famously a guest on this very show 2 months ago.
Yeah, me and Antwan were there. Me and Antwan were there. Hell yeah.
Hmm.
Dude, that was a hilarious episode, man. It's a pleasure having you on.
Hmm. Thank you very
And
much.
I'm Mike Schiff. I'm the your favorite ginger, and you know it. And we're here to predict. So, Antwan, you got the match card up, or you just want me to take it away?
I got the match card up. Let's get
Let's
this
go
thing
for
started.
it.
And of course, as you all know, you know me as Antwan. You know me as whether you know me as Dark Rebel or the most positive person on this podcast or any podcast. Let's get this show on the road. First match of the night. First, we have is on our kickoff. I believe we have Asuka defending the Raw Women's Championship against Selena Vega. Whoever wants to go first in the predict, let's see either is Nick or Mike. Which one do you want to go first?
I'll
Or
let you go first, Nick. I'll let you go first.
All right. Well, thank goodness I wrote down all my predictions earlier on, so I got them right here. I have predicted that Asuka is going to come away with the win. It just feels logical for me. There hasn't been much build up behind Zelina Vega, not only in
Not
the
at all.
not only in the past few months, but in her entire WWE career in total. So I don't really see why they'd put the belt on her unless they'd put the belts on Garza and Andrade later on, and then they just have her as the champion and have a mini stable. Otherwise, I don't really see Vega coming away with a win here. So.
Yeah, I'll go, Antwan. Am I
all right,
gonna watch this match? Probably not, but Asuka's gonna win. I'm sorry, I gotta be brutally honest.
respect that. I gotta go with Asuka as well. I feel like you know them setting up Selena here. I feel like it's too early for her to even put the title on her, given the fact that she was just announced as the challenger a mere 2-3 weeks ago.
Hmm.
I didn't really capture any build up behind her. It just
Hmm.
randomly came up from out of the Garza and Andrade. It seemed like they were going to split, but they still remained a team. And I guess
Hmm.
they did a split where she split away from them, and just out of nowhere. And then next thing you know, she's coming out challenging Oscar. Then bam, here we go tonight. So
Yeah.
I have to say, I doubt we're going to have a title change here. So I'm gonna go with Oscar to retain.
Yeah.
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 Next match, we have an ambulance match for the WWE Championship. Drew McIntyre defends the title against Randy Orton.
Hmm. Um.
This.
This may be an unpopular opinion for some people, but I've got Randy Orton winning this because of the fact that, to me, an ambulance match or any match with a stipulation like that is usually just meant to screw the other guy out of the thing. Like we saw the last time we had an ambulance match, I believe was Great Balls of Fire. What a wonderful show 3 years ago with Reigns and Strowman, and obviously Strowman won that, and that was really because I mean, he pinned Reigns earlier, but I feel like that was just to keep Reigns looking strong anyway, and that's I feel like the kind of purpose of these matches. So I feel like this is almost a signal of they want to put the belt on Randy, but they don't want Drew to get pinned or whatever. So they're just going to have him get shoved into an ambulance. And there's been tensions with Keith Lee and also with Retribution, so that may play a factor into it. But honestly, I could see an Orton win here. They're not afraid of putting the belt on him, especially right now. So, I'm predicting Randy Orton. me.
I'm gonna go with no contest. They both walk away in an ambulance. They'll just it's gonna kick each other's ass, and they'll just. I'm not sure. I'm fine with either person winning, but I'm really thinking that no contest is gonna happen. I really think.
All right,
And
for me on this, I'm a bit tired because it's like, for the first time around, Drew when they faced off back at SummerSlam, Drew retained, and now you have this ambulance stipulation, and as Nick brought up, you've been having two different things involved into this story. You had Keith involved into this, and then you had Retribution, and instantly you can have somebody interfere and help help one beat the other, And so to me, it's really hard. I mean, part of me says Drew retains, but then you're looking at it from a different angle, like how Randy he just came back from from Drew been had Claymored him in the head several times. So it's a bit of a stretch. I want to say Drew, but I feel like Randy might take it tonight.
And another reason that I feel Randy might win is because I don't feel like they're done with Orton and Edge. I definitely don't believe that the greatest wrestling match ever, which was still really good, I don't think that was meant to be the end. The injury thing was totally unexpected, and I feel like that they're just setting this up to have Orton v. Edge Mania for the title, and I feel like that's a really good setup. And that maybe you have Randy versus Drew again, and maybe even Randy versus Keith, that you're going to set up maybe a triple threat match or something down the line. That's what they're looking for. But it's ultimately just going to lead to that Mania match.
I agree. I feel the same way. Like when that injury happened, it came out the blue because I'm pretty sure had the injury not would have happened, I think that Edge and Randy would still be feuding right now. Possibly, probably maybe for the title. As you brought up, like I said, it's a lot of things you never know what could very well happen. A lot of surprise could be in store. Who's to say? It seemed that Edge is out. I mean, who's to say he may pop up?
Yeah.
Never know. All right. Next match you have for the Universal Championship. You have Roman defending the Universal Championship against Jey Uso. You have Uso versus Uso. Family, cousin versus cousin. You guys have
kind of like the Asuka Zelina Vega match. I just don't see Uso winning this. Reigns is definitely going to win, and because WWE is very mixed in listening to us, I doubt it's going to come like this, but I feel like if they really want to hammer in Roman being a heel, if they want to cement that he is the true heel of SmackDown, that he doesn't beat Jey Uso, he kills him, he decimates him, takes it doesn't even need to be like a 2-minute squash match, just bashes him. And my dad brought up a really good point, actually, just before I did this. We were talking, and he brought up a really good fact that if this whole pandemic deal didn't happen, that you could have had the added factor of maybe the entire Samoan, the NOI family being at ringside, that you could have had everyone being there. It's like, oh, they're our family. They're, it's going to be a friendly contest, and then Roman just kills him. And the Samoan SWAT team and Rikishi, Alpha and Sika, they're all there. And they're like, what are you doing? Oh, my God. And just he chooses the title. He chooses Heyman over family. And I feel like that's kind of the story of the heel run. And that's what it should be. So,
yeah, oh, my Lord. That's a great idea. Make it happen. I'll go next. I'm gonna go with Roman retaining definitely. I don't see Jey winning at all, and I think the Fiend's gonna get involved after, maybe attack Roman after, and because on SmackDown Alexa got possessed by the Fiend at the end of that match, and she stared down Roman, so Fiend's not done with him, I think. Yeah.
All right.
Antwan.
For me, I gotta go with Roman to retain. I feel like, first of all, it's too early for Roman to even lose the belt. He just won it, and and again, I believe they're gonna. I don't, like I said, as Nick pointed out, if they really want to submit this heel run with Roman and Heyman together, you will want to do more with you want to have Roman do more than just beat Jey Uso. You want him to brutalize him to where it's like it's more. This is more than just necessarily the title. It's about look. I'm not this not about family anymore. I've moved on. This Universal Championship and my career means a lot more to me now than any bloodline, particularly. You know, and then I like to point out, as you said, Mike, with Alexa, she as Roman was coming out, Roman and Heyman was coming out, she gave that stare to Roman, showing that the Fiend was possessed. Yes,
Yeah, you're doing your daily lap around the house during the episode. I got you, Antwan. I see you.
she was possessed. I'm losing my statements here, but yeah, she was possessed. She was possessed. I have a feeling the Fiend gonna attack Roman probably after the match. Something's bound to happen. Something. That's my prediction. All right, next match we have for the SmackDown Women's Championship. We have Bayley versus Nikki Cross. What do you guys have for this?
This is actually.
Wait, they pulled the 2 woman matches.
Wait, what?
Yeah, I just got it. My dad just sent me a text. They pulled the women's tag and the Bayley versus Asuka match.
Wow. Wait, the Asuka match also got pulled?
Yeah.
Wow. I mean, I heard about the Nikki Cross thing. There were rumors flying that she wasn't going to appear, but I didn't think it would be all the women's matches.
Oh no! It's Shayna Baszler and Nia Jax won't be wrestling, and then Asuka and Vega got moved to the main card.
Oh, okay. So it's just the tag title match won't be happening.
Thank Jesus.
Oh no.
I've said it before and I've said it again. Shayna Baszler, yes.
Yes.
Nia Jax, no. No Nia Jackson. Oh,
so they've broken up the Iconics for nothing. Excellent. But yeah, I also for the Nikki Cross Bayley match, which there's doubt that they might happen. Also, Dave Meltzer's been talking about that. But if it does happen, if the match does go down, I have Nikki Cross penciled in to win, honestly, because I feel like that the Sasha Banks Bayley storyline was it never need to be about a title. It just needed to be about them, about their friendship, about their bond and whatever. And I feel like it's one of those feuds that doesn't really need a title. There's a ton of women like Nikki Cross and Lacey Evans and Alexa Bliss. I mean, she's getting possessed right now, but I mean, she could still use some stuff right now that could use a title. So I think maybe Sasha either directly distracts her, like comes out, or maybe her music plays or something, and Nikki Cross gets the surprise win. And maybe you have her feud with Alexa Bliss. She's like, "Why are you getting possessed? Stop getting possessed. I'm going to fight you now," or something. And then Bayley and Sasha can have their hopefully really good feud. I mean, it's been good so far, so I'm praying for that. But so I have Nikki to win if the match happens. If it happens, I have Nikki to win.
Yeah. I might go with Nikki on this one too. If Sasha comes back, I don't think Sasha and Bayley need a title for their feud. I don't really think they do. I mean, unless it's like Sasha always wanted the title, then they could use the title. But I don't think they need it at all. So Nikki, if they don't need the title, and then I guess Bayley if they really want the title. So, Antwan?
All right. Well, for me, so y'all analyzed it that way? Y'all analyzed it?
What?
Y'all analyzed it that way?
Oh, okay.
It's
You're
like
talking to someone else.
no, 'cause I, secretly I have my Thunderdome scream up and something came up, so that's why I was like, what is that? But the advertisement came up, I was like, what is that? But yeah, as you guys pointed out with this whole thing with Bailey and Sasha, they don't need a championship feud at all. So far, it seems to me that Bailey has been more focused on Sasha than she's been focused on really Nikki. In my honest
Yeah.
opinion, if you look at it from two different angles, you have Alexa, she's possessed. Nikki, she's been focused on trying to get her friend back from being possessed by a fiend, and then you have Bailey. She's turned her back on Sasha, and I'm pretty sure that right now things are leading towards Bailey and Sasha feuding. Now, what I say would it be for the SmackDown Women's Championship? It could be. However, I don't think their rivalry is even about the title. It's just it's a personal animosity. It's about look, I, best friend turned on best friend. Now
Hmm.
they're ex best friends. It's like Eddie. I'm gonna put a comparison. It's like Eddie Guerrero and Rey Mysterio back in 2005.
Hmm.
There's a little bit of comparison to that. When Eddie Guerrero turned heel, he turned heel in 2005 on Ray. The whole thing with the custody storyline, all that transpired between the two. I draw comparisons with this because you have Bailey and Sasha. They was teaming together for well over a year. They've been best friends since day one. Now here you have it now. Bailey, she feels like she never needed Sasha. Sasha was always in her spotlight, and she wanted to throw her away.
Hmm.
Now you draw in this thing with Nikki Cross, who
Hmm.
faced Bailey numerous times and have failed at capturing the title. Now, could you possibly, if the match quote unquote still does happen, could they pull off a surprise Nikki winning the title? I think that certainly is possible because, as I mentioned, you don't need a championship to have Bailey and Sasha feud because it's not even about the title. It's about friendship and personal animosity. You know,
Hmm.
and I think for this, it's a toss. I'm gonna say that it's a toss up because you could have Bailey retain and have Sasha attack her after the match, or
Hmm.
you could have Sasha come out while Bailey is about to retain. However, Sasha comes out, she distracts Bailey. Nikki, she surprises her with the win and
Hmm.
wins the title. Either one of those scenarios, I believe, are going to play out.
Hmm.
Something. So I I gotta go with.
Hmm.
It just really depends what WWE wants to do with
It
that
just
Bailey
depends.
Sasha feud.
Yeah. Like,
On the it depends on the direction that they're going to take Bailey and Sasha. Either Bailey could retain, or they could have Nikki win. Is
yeah.
either
Like,
Go for it, Nick.
like even after what I said, the argument could be made that this feud is in a way built around the SmackDown Women's title because it was Bailey's obsession with the title and that she felt that Sasha wanted it, and that was why she was sticking with her. That she turned on her. That she just got anxious and took her out. And so, how fitting would it be for uh, Bailey's comeuppance to be that the one thing that she wanted and the sole reason that she turned on Sasha is taken away from her by Sasha herself. So I could see either of those scenarios going down.
Yeah.
I agree. I agree. Because again, as you pointed out, Nick, this is all about the fact that Bailey, she wanted to SmackDown Women's title for herself. You have Sasha in the picture. She as you mentioned, she felt like Sasha. She wants her title. She wants deep down, she wants the title. And Bailey, she never cared about the friendship she had. Where all she wanted was to use Sasha as a puppet to keep the title, and knowing that if the chance was given, Sasha could take the belt from her at any given time. And so you're looking at now, after they lost all the gold they had before from the Raw Women's title to the Women's Tag Team titles. Now you have this you're in this pickle. So now it's like Bailey, she's thinking, okay, so what do I do here? Do I try to continue to use use this tool next to me to try to win back the title so she doesn't take it from me, or do I take the easy way out and just take her out while the opportunity is there before she even can get her hands on this?
Mm.
And she made that choice, and now here we are. I feel
Mm.
like there are two ways they can do this. You can always have you could have Bailey retained and have Sasha and her feud for it, and then have Sasha come for the title, come for the one thing Bailey been trying to keep away from her, the longest ever since that they did their whole duo since on SmackDown for well over a year now.
Mm.
Or of course you can have Nikki Cross, you can have her win it, and then
Her feud with Alexa for it. Yeah.
That's a first possibility.
Mm.
Yeah,
I guess
it's about to be dead.
see what happens.
Mm.
All right. Next match we have for the match that was rumored to be no longer happening for the women's tag team.
We'll still do it too. Yeah, fuck it, why not?
We have Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler defending the women's tag team championships against the Riot Squad.
I don't really have much to say about this match because, one, there hasn't been much build-up, and two, I don't really care. So I have Nia Jax and Shayna Baszler winning. I do definitely like the idea of the Riot Squad, but despite my just immense, I'm not going to say hatred, just not enjoyment of Nia Jax, I do kind of, in a way, enjoy the team idea of them, just two powerhouses, two absolute monsters teaming together and just dismantling the entire women's tag division, a division that practically doesn't exist, but still. Yeah. So I got them winning if they even show up. I mean, you could just say, oh, their car broke down and they started screaming at each other, so that's why this match ain't happening. No other reason, folks.
Yeah, I think they'll do something like that. They'll put some type of story behind why the match couldn't happen.
Yeah, don't peel back the curtains. Nothing to see here.
Yeah, I would definitely get Sheena and Nia winning. I'm really liking their team. There's one powerhouse and then there's one unsafe worker, but we won't talk about that. Yeah, I would get Nia and Sheena on this one if this match happened.
All right. For me, this match, I feel like now this is my personal take. The key issue I have with this is the way it was built up. I feel like there wasn't too much of a build up behind it. You had the first thing is kind of started where you had a Iconics and a Riot Squad tag match where that ended a feud between the two teams, and first that also meant that whoever wins that, basically going to become the number one contender for the titles, and then the other team breaks up. You have the Riot Squad in the situation. I want to be honest. I'm actually. I'll be honest. I love the dynamic of both teams in a way. It's just the build up to it. I just didn't really enjoy because it wasn't much of it to really kind of look at. It was, as the story was kind of on the low card in my opinion, because you had everything. You have all the other stories, up there basically kind of on top of Raw. Then you have this that's kind of like, I mean, So it's like, so to me, I gotta go with Shayna and Nia to retain. But I mean, I wouldn't mind the Riot Squad winning. I wouldn't mind it either.
Yeah.
Just to me, the build up just wasn't there for me. And that's the thing, the one thing that makes me care as long if the build up means something. If the build doesn't mean anything, I'm naturally not gonna be too invested into it. It's like anyone could win. You could have either or win. Just
yeah.
If it happens, of course, if it happens, the rumors out there, we'll see what happens, what takes place.
Yeah, like the build was. I feel like the build. You didn't need to sacrifice the Iconics to get this match. I feel like you could have. I mean, everyone hates a not clean finish, but I feel like that for the tag title number one contendership, or you're no longer a team because whatever match, you could have had them either get a double pin or a double counter out or double DQ, just that neither team wins. And they're like, all right, we don't want to run this back because we have better TV to put on, like Retribution and stupid paper plate hockey mask people. So we'll make it a triple threat match or triple threat tag match. And we'll do whichever team gets pinned breaks up as a team. And, and you can have all three teams shine in that match. And maybe you had the Riot Squad pin Baszler and Nia Jax because it's clear that they're not going to stay together as a team. That's pretty obvious. So why not keep the two established teams together? Why not do that? Why not? I hate tag divisions that are just based on two singles wrestlers put together and like, oh, they're a team now. They've been trained together for 2 minutes and now they're going to go for the titles. I hate that idea. That sucks. Stop doing that. So I feel like you could have done something like that, protected all them, because there's been this idea that's been long running in wrestling of what is better, two singles guys put together as a tag team or two tag guys put together that have been wrestling as a team for years. And I feel like that feud could be based off of that. Like, could Shayna Baszler or Nia Jax stick together? Could they work as a unit, not against just one team, but two teams at the same time? And, maybe they failed. And their hatred for each other exploded, and you have the big blow-off match at whatever pay-per-view is next. So, yeah, I feel like that could have been built better. So.
Yeah.
All right. Next match we have for the SmackDown Tag Team Championships. We have Cesaro and Shinsuke Nakamura defending the SmackDown Tag Titles against the Lucha House Party.
I got Cesaro and Nakamura to win. The only really story in this is that Cesaro and Nakamura apparently run a party room or something now, and Kalisto also is kind of beefing with his boys. So I kind of just see Cesaro and Nakamura running with the titles. I like them as a team. I think they could have really good chemistry. Cesaro has great chemistry with pretty much everyone. So if you need a team, if you need some guys to run with the titles for a while you build up new guys, I feel like Cesaro is really good in that you can just pair him with anyone, and he and they will be gold. And Lucha House Party, I do like the idea of a kind of breakup angle. I don't know if it will happen now or if it will happen maybe later down the line, but I don't see them winning this.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm thinking Cesaro and Shinsuke, and I really think that Lucha House Party, that breakup angle should really happen. Kalisto really looked good as a heel, better than just waving around the walking that I don't know I don't even know what that is. Yeah, you people at home know what I mean. I hope. If someone educate me in the description below comments. But yeah, I really think Cesaro and Shinsuke should win. I'm a big fan of them as a tag team, and I think that it's only the start of what they could bring.
All right, for me, I'm gonna go with the same. Cesaro and Shinsuke to retain the titles. Lucha House Party for about few weeks, maybe a month now. We've been seeing them teasing a breakup, and with by the way things been looking, looks like either Kalisto's turning heel on the group, or it's a toss up between, for me, Lince Dorado or Kalisto turning heel, because lately
I'm Kalisto. It should be Kalisto. Definitely.
Like the reason, I feel like it should be Kalisto, and the reason why I put in the Lince Dorado in conversation is because recently he posted on Instagram a pic of himself without his mask on, and he's talking about goodbye, and that's why it got me thinking, like, what's about to happen here, because at first it had me thinking, okay, so is he about to turn on them like either SmackDown or Clash of Champions and either cost them the match and take his mask off, whatever. They had me thinking like what direction they could go with this. So if anything, I think it definitely should be released. I feel like Lucha House Party, their run as a team slash stable, I feel like it's kind of over at this point because you tried to make it work, and lately they've been kind of like I mean, for a while it seemed like they started to improve, but it's at a stage where it's like they're better off on their own. You want to do things to see them on their own. Plus, I have to give a little props to what's his name, Grand Metalik, because he recently had a Intercontinental Championship match against our former champ himself. We're about to get to that match in just a hot second. AJ Styles, SmackDown.
They tore it down. They tore that down.
They tore it down. Grand Metalik on his own can thrive. He can thrive. That's why I say. That's why I say each of the members of Lucha House Party, they're great as singles. They're better off as singles players than as a team. In my opinion, So I gotta for this match. I'm gonna go with Cesaro and Shinsuke to retain, and Lucha House Party. I feel like tonight's night they're gonna break up.
Yeah, like it doesn't even take that much to see that all three of those guys are immensely talented. It just takes a quick search on the network. If you don't think that Grand Metalik really has what it takes to be a singles guy, go back to the Cruiserweight Classic 4 years ago and watch his finals against TJP. That match is insane. They need to do that again.
Yes.
They need to do another Cruiserweight Classic, whether it has the Cruiserweight guys in WWE, or you do what you did last. Well, you can't really do that now, but maybe later on you could bring Cruiserweight guys all over the world and do that again. Like they did that with the Mae Young Classic. Why can't they do it again with the Cruiserweight Classic? That tournament was amazing, and
better than the Mae Young Classic. Personally, yeah.
Yeah, it was really good. And then they did it, and they sort of did it again in 2018 when Enzo or Real One or whatever he's calling himself nowadays did something. I don't know. I don't want to go into that. And then they had that tournament, and they had Roderick Strong show up in that, and I was marking out like crazy. Yeah. Oh my god, his run was insane in that tournament. Yeah. He was really cool in that. So yeah, I think if anything, breaking them up actually provides really good opportunities for all of them if they plan on doing a tournament to have them all shine. Maybe have Santos Escobar say like, yeah, I've pretty much beaten everyone in NXT, so why don't you guys like have a tournament, decide which one of you nerds is the better nerd, and you can come fight me at TakeOver or whatever, and then you have all of them, give them like 15, maybe 20 minutes each to just do their thing, and not just have it as, okay, which one is the best, but to just show you what these guys are capable of. So it raises their value, raises 205 Live's value, and raise NXT's value, raise every single one of their values. And that's just, I feel like that could really help everyone in that case.
Yeah. I agree.
All right. Next match. One match I'm looking forward to the most, besides Universal and the ambulance match, we have ourselves a triple threat ladder match for the Intercontinental Championship, or should I say, for the undisputed Intercontinental Championship. So you have Jeff Hardy, the Intercontinental Champion, defending his title against the phenomenal AJ Styles and the other self-proclaimed Intercontinental Champion, Sami Zayn. Who do you guys have for this?
I'll let you start on this one now.
All right. I have Jeff Hardy penciled in to win, but that's probably because of everybody saying, oh, Sami Zayn won the triple threat match and AJ Styles was on the ladder and he won the thing. So that automatically means Jeff Hardy is going to win. I don't really believe in that, but just in my opinion, I think that's who they're going for to win. And I'm not even excited for the result. I'm just excited for the match, to be quite honest. You got someone really in some YouTube comments section somewhere pointing out a really good little tidbit that all three of these guys are just massive innovators of the ladder match in the respective promotions are in Jeff Hardy and WWE, obviously. Sami Zayn / El Generico, or we don't know if he's El Generico. Apparently, he went and retired, went to an orphanage in Mexico. That's still up for debate. He El Generico innovated the ladder match in Ring of Honor, and AJ Styles did the same in TNA / Impact. So I can't wait to see what they try and do with this match. I really don't. I'm not making this prediction as who I think should win. I'm just doing this based on what I think is what WWE is going to do. I'm just excited. I don't care who wins. I'm just really freaking excited for this match. It's one of those matches.
Yeah. I mean, personally, there's a ladder match and Jeff Hardy. There's just two great things in the ring. I love all three of these guys, and personally, I want Sammy to win. That guy never lost the title. All he did was get it relinquished because he didn't want to get COVID, and I respect that decision. And I think Sammy should win it back. He was a really good Intercontinental Champion, and I'll stick by that word. I'll give that man so much praise. He's a great wrestler, and he deserved the longer run.
Alrighty. Sweet.
You're like, oh, Jesus.
Okay. I got it for me. So I'm gonna give who I want to win and who I feel like is gonna win. Who I want to win. I'm gonna go with my boy, Mr. P1 himself, the man that got cheated out of his Intercontinental title from Jeff Hardy, Mr. Phenomenal AJ Styles. He takes his gold back after Jeff Hardy crookedly took it from him after he used his knee brace in that match. Now on to who I feel like is gonna win this match. Jeff Hardy. I feel like Jeff Hardy is win. Obviously, look at this for a ladder. If you look at things with a ladder, you put Jeff Hardy and ladder match together, you're gonna get ghost. You look back at the history of the many ladder matches he's had in his career, along with his team with his brother Matt. You know, you already know Jeff. He's gonna do some daredevil, death-defying stuff. With the ladder, and I feel like he's definitely gonna somehow pull out the win. So I'm gonna say for sure Jeff is gonna win. However, I want my boy AJ.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it might lead to another Jeff Hardy injury. Hope not, but yeah. That'd be a yikes. Don't swanton off the ladder, please. Please no. No. Jeffrey. We gotta have a talk.
Brother Nero, please stop.
Oh, actually, talking about Brother Nero, he should become Brother Nero in WWE.
Yeah. He actually
did it for the bar fight.
Yeah. He actually also on I believe it was on Twitter or maybe Instagram. He was talking about wanting to be Willow in WWE. He wanted to bring that character. That sounds really interesting. Maybe he could go against the Fiend. Fiend's like, nah. Roman's
the Fiend. The Fiend.
Roman's kind of OP. He is like overall of 100. I'd rather not deal with him right now. I'll go after the IC title. And then Jeff starts screaming and waving an umbrella around, and Fiend's like, "Why'd I come to this brand again?"
Yeah, I mean, I would love to see Willow versus the Sane match. Antwan, what's the next match, my friend?
All right, we have ourselves for a tag team match for the Raw Tag Championships. You have the Street Profits defending the Raw Tag titles against Andrade and Angel Garza. I'll go first. Okay.
Oh boy, this is gonna be a long one.
I could have sworn we had this Two.
20,000 times.
I'm not gonna get this. It's like we seen it. It had then we just had it like either was it Payback or SummerSlam, one or the other, maybe
Both of them.
both maybe.
Both of them. Oh dear lord.
We just had it, and we have it again. I
Every
don't know.
Monday on Raw.
I don't know. I don't know what's gonna be different about this time. I guess you don't have Selena in the picture, so I mean, I guess I'm just gonna say this. I really hope the purpose of of this happening is just to go ahead and have Angel and Andrade split already. Honestly, at this point in juncture, it doesn't make any sense to continue giving them the same title matches over and over again if it's not going to amount to anything. And this time, I mean, you don't. Yes, you do not have Selena in the picture, but you still have the same two guys that just had a title, the same opportunity, just this last two pay-per-views. What makes you think there's going to be any difference than what you had before? But again, I'm going to go ahead and say the Street Profits to retain again, and hopefully, hopefully this means we get a split between Andrade and Angel Garza. So I'm gonna go with Street Profits to retain and Andrade and Garza to split after the match.
Go for it, Nick.
All right. For me, I actually have Garza and Andrade winning this. It feels like why would they give them 500 opportunities at the titles for them to just lose it again? It sounds like maybe this is a weird, this is one of those weird conspiracy theories that you just see on Reddit or whatever. It's like, what if? It's just one of those things. I feel like that it's gonna be Garza and Andrade are somehow gonna win this cleanly without Zelina Vega, and that for some reason they're gonna be like, hey, we won the belt, hey, we're good again. But wait, Zelina wasn't there. How come we won when she wasn't there? Zelina, explain this to us. And then they're like, it sounds so stupid in my head, but it seems dumb enough that they would actually do it. That they'd go through with that. Yeah. I can see Vince being, that's some real good. You know what? I could see him totally agree with that idea. Like, somehow every other great gimmick idea didn't make any sense, but splitting Zelina Vega of all people from Andrade, that's the most sense. So yeah, that's really my only basis for having them win the titles. I feel like I don't really feel like they're doing much with Street Profits either. I mean, they had the champion versus champion match a few weeks ago, and that was really it. They haven't really had much. They've barely been involved with the Garza Andrade storyline. So what more do they really have? Maybe they'll do something else. I don't know. So that's kind of why I have that as my match prediction.
Yeah. I could not care less for this match. I've gotten this match so many times, and I'm like, Street Profits are just going to retain again and again and again. So probably Street Profits, but, blow my mind for once, WWE. Blow my mind for once.
Champ. I also love Bobby Lashley as champ, so that was kind of difficult. But for me, them involving Retribution in the whole thing, that just kind of set my mind off a little bit.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it'd be better than what Apollo's doing right now. Him joining Retribution. I really want to see Apollo and Retribution now. No, I really want to see that. Hopefully, come on, WWE. Antwan?
All right, for me, first I'm gonna go with Bobby to retain first. Second, I'm gonna go ahead and go in some praise as well for the Hurt Business. MVP, he has made. First of all, I feel like, and I don't care what anybody says, I feel like he's been a highlight of Raw this entire year. I feel like ever since he's been back, he's really has helped change the direction of what we've been seeing Raw as of late. He's really become a strong character to have around and a mouthpiece for the Hurt Business to have. Because for some reason with the Hurt Business, I get this, and this is me personally. I get this evolution / nation domination
Oh
vibe
yeah.
coming from.
Oh yeah.
This is what I get. It's like the evolution with of course they have the swag with the suits. They come out with the swag and everything. I think have to make themselves look all good. And then you have the nation domination thing coming with them with the way they go out handle business. They beat down people. They have a point to prove that this is their yard. This is their yard. You're in it. You're gonna get beat up. Pretty much that's how it is. And I'm loving this. I'm loving this thing they've been having this story. They've been having retribution as of late. With retribution coming and taking over and wanting to basically destroy the company. And then you have the Hurt Business after them. Like, look, you're on our turf. We're not gonna let you run. We're not gonna let you run things. You want to run things, you gotta go through us. So that's kind of why I get out of that. And I'm loving the story. I'm really loving it. I know it was this past Monday we officially had the members revealed, and we got a bit of names that got revealed. I gotta say, and this is the one thing I have to say.
Yikes.
The names are something. I'm gonna say this. The names are definitely something. But I have to say, if you can make the character work, to me, the name doesn't matter. If you can make the character work, the name don't matter worth anything. You can name the person cheeseburger or hot dog or hot wing or whatever
Bastion Booger.
Anything.
I mean, look at Bo Dallas. I mean, one of the stupid names ever, but that guy got over it really quick when he went onto the main roster.
Exactly. It's like you can come up with the most craziest name is possible, but if you can get that character over, the name doesn't matter worth anything. That's why I look at
Orange Cassidy. Perfect example. That guy's over like Rover.
Yeah.
That's very true. That's very true. I see that. That's I'm gonna use something I've been so lately on Twitter. I've been seeing seeing T-Bar. I've been Bar. Of course, we know we want to do him as Dominic Dijakovic. He's been on Twitter as he's been firing off against everything. Everybody. Yeah. He's called out CM Punk at one point. He's responding to Eric Bischoff's claim about this whole angle sucking.
And he's like,
it's like he's basically kind of just completely just become like this. How can I put it?
Yeah, he's like the voice of the group. He's the voice of this movement, pretty much.
Pretty much the voice of the whole movement. It's like he's gonna. It's like anything you have to say, you can say the most idiotic thing, the most thing you can ever put about this group, and he's gonna fire back at you with something. It's like you troll with them, and he's gonna troll at you back.
And and that's another point that me and my father were talking about earlier this day as well. That if you have a guy that can talk that well on Twitter, do that stuff on their own, give him a mic and freaking let him go, and just cut a promo on Raw or on SmackDown or even Vince, just something to just send out the message that, yeah, we're here, we're going to destroy everything and whatever, and not make it about, oh, it's about the money, it's about your independent contractor thing or something. Just give him a mic and he will put this gimmick over, no matter how many silly masks and clown makeup and whatever weird friggin' names you're giving them, he will get this group over, I feel like.
I agree because it's like lately, because as we talked about, with the whole thing with Twitter, this is, I think this is the perfect way to kind of get them over. This is a perfect way for that because you see them on TV and everyone's gonna have their take on it. They're gonna take upon their attire, their wardrobe, and of course the names they were given. But if they can go on Twitter and make a name for themselves off of there, and get themselves over and have people talking, you know, that's gonna take them a long way. You know, you look at Becky Lynch. You know, how she became the man. You know, when she turned heel back in 2018. You know, it's arguable that she became the top female wrestler in the entire company by that in just a blink of a moment. And she used Twitter to help get the man gimmick over. She used it, and look how far it got her. Look how far it did. It just goes to show you, if you put a lot of emphasis, a lot of work into what you're doing, no matter what the name or wardrobe or anything with that you look at, you can analyze. If you can get that character over, you're doing something right. And that's why I
Oh
see
yeah.
this thing with Retribution. I feel like if they're gonna use the power of Twitter to help get them over, it could take them a long way. You know, I can see this going different than how Nexus went, because Nexus, I think they're see. I feel like the agenda for Nexus and here for Retribution are a little bit different, and I see that because Nexus was more about that they can add competition. You know, they feel like want to prove themselves. You know,
Mm.
NXT, you had the NXT thing. You know, they didn't get a chance to do much on there, but just compete in competitions and then get eliminated and whatnot. While as you look at them coming to Raw, they want to come and prove that they prove their dominance and prove they look. We're gonna do things our way. We're not gonna follow what the system says. We're gonna do what we want to do. You know, and what comes to that is championships and big wins along the way. That was Nexus' agenda. Retributions, all they want to do is just destroy the company as a whole. That's what their agenda is. Destroy the whole thing. They don't care. They feel like they got shattered out at the performance center. They feel like they was told many things, and then next thing you know, it didn't amount to anything. And now all they care about wanting to do is destroy everything on sight. And that's what, their agenda is now. And I feel like, if they can really get these characters over and really follow through on that agenda, you let these guys just roam through, go in there and just do their thing, cut their own promos, and then just wreck everything. Just let them wreck everything on site. Let this be a big, this is what I want them to do. You want this to be a whole company situation. This is about WWE. Okay. So make it about the entire company. Let them run down not just Raw. Let them run down SmackDown. Let them run down NXT. Get these guys to all three brands. Let them roam to just destroy everything. Because this is about their issue with the company. Okay, you put the whole company get members of each brand to battle and launch them at Survivor Series. That's what their goal is here. They want to take everything down. So have each brand bind together, go take them down.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They sell this story. Sell the story. Narrative.
Yeah, like I could see, Retribution being like, whether you're face or heel, don't say that on television or you're gonna get fired.
Yeah.
Just like whether you're a goody two shoes or you freaking slap babies in the face or whatever the hell heels do. If we don't care what your stance is, if you work and you support this guy, you support this company, we're coming after you. And you can maybe have Triple H come out NXT because, they're all NXT guys and whatever. And Vince and the Raw and SmackDown wrestlers like, what the hell's going on? And he's like, I have no control of this. This is not my doing whatsoever. I swear I have nothing to do with this. And they come down and they kill him. They're like, you didn't help us either. You said we would have an opportunity to shine here. And instead, you put us down for the bigger guys. You put us down for guys who we could beat. People that are half our size, like Adam Cole and the Undisputed Era. You let these other people shine and you pushed us down. If anything, this is also your fault. So, and that kind of creates a brand unity in a way. And that could lead to not just NXT people, but people from Raw and SmackDown also joining. Like I said, Apollo Crews, that these people feel the same way. They're like, wait, this is how I feel. And they attacked me, but at the same time, they're supporting what I've been saying for years. So yeah, why not I join? And so you kind of have a divide. So it's no longer just a divide between Raw, SmackDown, and NXT. It's a divide between those who support the system and those who don't. And that's really where you get it's basically the Invasion pay-per-view pretty much all over again. It's not even just Survivor Series anymore. It's WWE versus Retribution. It's the supporters versus the, I don't know, friggin' resenters or whatever. Of course, their run as a team would have totally sucked if they were just called the resenters. I would have turned off the television immediately. But yeah, I think you could. There is a way you could possibly salvage this. It's going to be very difficult and require a lot of hours, a lot of television, but I think there is a way that you can somehow make this work.
Oh yeah. Yeah. Antwan, anything else you want to add, or we'll just jump right to outros?
Well, I'm just saying I agree with everything Nick said. This is definitely it's got. I feel like this whole thing, it's definitely about. It's got to be about brand unity. It's got to be about everybody in the company versus what Retribution stands for, as against. Because they stand against everything the company represents. Have it where you can have all three brands go against them. However, there are some within the company if they feel the exact same way as you point out, Apollo Crews, and I'm pretty sure there's some others, they probably feel like, okay, these guys they're taking over, they're attacking, they're attacking me, but they are pretty much attacking for the very same reason I've been held up against the system myself. I've been part of this chain that's been holding me back from getting so far, only be shoved down. Now, there's these group of guys that's around here trying to make a difference and trying to go against everything the company is standing for. When I've been fighting for the longest. Maybe this me to
David?
change pretty much change intercourse. And
what's up, Evan?
Yeah, hello. The funny thing is, right? Let me actually hold on. Let me turn my camera on here. I know that my lighting is awful. I'll fix that in a minute. I wasn't even supposed to be here. I wasn't even supposed to be here. You see, the plan was that I was going to be spending a couple of days at a good friend of mine's house, a friend of mine that I hadn't hung out with since April. There's a tiny issue. This friend in question is a firefighter, and the original plan was that he was going to be getting off work at 8 tonight, but he texted me just now and was like, yeah, I'm going to be working an overnight. And he was like, sorry. I'm like, no, you're a fucking firefighter. I get it. Not an issue. Like, it makes sense. Shit happens. So yeah, how late am I?
We're at the end.
No, we just began. No, you're right on time, buddy. Hi there.
That's Nick Isaacs. Al Isaacs. Remember we did that episode?
Yes. Hello.
I would be his son. Hello. It's nice to meet you.
Yeah, I know that I'm very late. And I'm typically the host, and I even I actually yesterday, because I thought we were going to be doing this episode yesterday, I texted Antwan.
Yeah, I know. I should have texted everyone that in the morning, but that was my bad.
Yeah. I texted Antwan and I said to him, hey, can you fill in for me on this one? Because I thought I was going to be gone. And he was like, yeah. But yeah, I'm fucking, shit happens.
So, Erin, would you like to predict the whole pay-per-view before we go?
Yeah, I'll just do it as quick as I possibly can. Let me fucking get the match card up here. Yeah, I know. It's hilarious, isn't it?
Because you were joining, you're just like, sure. You didn't even know what we were talking about. Yeah, so Antwan, you could finish your point while Erin pulls up.
All right, well, last thing I was gonna point out to was, of course, as I'll finish off with the whole big thing with the angle. If you really want to make this a whole big company thing versus Retribution thing, you want to go ahead and do, everybody, every brand get together and have that unity against take down Retribution. Whoever in the company stands for whatever Retribution's for, have them align with Retribution, then you can really get a really big battlefield going. So above all, I mean, that's really much I have to say. But in regards to back to the United States title match, I got Bobby retaining the title. He's Bob.
Evan.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. I'll do this. I'll do this as quick as I can. All right. Asuka versus Zelina Vega for the Raw Women's title. Asuka, I don't think they're going to have Zelina win, considering they're kind of just pulling her out of the whole managerial role. Drew versus Randy in the ambulance match for the world title. I think Drew might retain, and they'll probably do something here with they'll probably continue the feud with Drew and Randy because they've kind of been booking it for like a long-term sort of thing. Actually, they might end the feud at the Rumble. I could see that probably being a possibility or something like that. Roman Reigns with Paul Heyman versus Jey Uso for the Universal title. Probably Roman more than likely. I don't see Jey of all people winning. So yeah, this also could be a feud they might continue. Who knows? I think I don't remember who mentioned it, but I remember hearing somebody say that I think a cool way to make Roman a heel is have him just beat the shit out of a lot of his family members.
Yeah,
Have him beat the shit out of the Usos. Have him what if Rikishi shows up and Roman just fucking spears him? like something like that. I think that could definitely work if executed correctly. Bayley versus Nikki Cross for the SmackDown Women's title. I think that, I'm a big Nikki Cross mark, and I've said before that I think she deserves to win. So honestly, I think Nikki might win. I think that would work out well. Nia Jax for fucking or just Riot Squad. I don't even have to talk about that because I hate Nia Jax. So yeah. Riot Squad. Cesaro and Shinsuke Nakamura versus the Lucha House Party for the SmackDown Tag Titles. Yeah, probably Cesaro and Shinsuke. Not that I dislike the Lucha House Party. I really like them, especially Kalisto. But, yeah, I see Cesaro and Shinsuke. I think this match is going to be insane, though. Probably going to see some cool flippy shit and all of that, so yeah.
Yeah.
This is probably the match I'm the most excited for. A triple threat ladder match for the IC title. Jeff Hardy versus AJ Styles versus Sami Zayn. I think Sami's going to win to prove that he's the true...
You. You're the only other one that thought that besides me. Thank you.
I think that to build up Sami even more as this snarky fucking heel. I think that they're gonna have Sami win, and maybe Sami will carry. To quote, Brian Zane uploaded his predictions episode recently, today I think, and he said what if Sami walks around with both of the IC titles just for the fun of it? That'd be hilarious. So they'll probably do that or something. The Street Profits versus Andrade and Garza. I think the Street Profits will retain because they've been kind of hinting at Andrade and Garza splitting up and having a feud. So that'd be kind of cool. And then finally, Robert Lashley versus Apollo Crews for the United States title. I think Bobby's going to win. I think that this might be kind of a continuation of a feud sort of thing.
And then that's where we started talking about Retribution, how they could get involved, and then we talked about how it's Retribution versus WWE and stuff like that.
Yeah. Absolutely. Yeah. So yeah, that's my I hope I did that as quick as possible. That's my thoughts on every match.
You're good, dude. You're good. So Evan, I'll let you finish the episode because you're the host.
Well, yeah, but I'm beyond late.
So go for it, dude. Whoever you could pick, whoever goes.
I don't know, fucking Nicholas.
Oh, I guess I'm ending this somehow.
Goddamn right you are, boy.
Oh yeah.
Sorry.
I'm a man now. So yeah, those are our predictions for Clash of Champions. It's a really interesting show. It's got a lot of high spots, figuratively and literally, with the triple threat ladder match. And you got the Nia Jaxes mixed in there and whatever the hell T-Bar is. But overall, it's definitely looking to be a really interesting show. It's got a lot going for it, and I guess we wait and see until in the next hour and a half. So, yeah,
I'll try to get this up. I'll get this up before. I'll get this up.
Quickly. We gotta do this now. Get it up, damn it. So, yeah, those are all of our predictions, and I have to say I really enjoyed doing this. If you ever want me back on, I will 100% drop everything I'm doing and come back on. This is a really enjoyable experience. And I am really, really honored to do this. So, yeah. Thank you very much.
Of course. Oh, and go check out Scoops Out Loud.
Oh, yeah, I almost forgot I had another podcast at that point. Yeah, go check out Scoops Out Loud, where me and my dad either bury or freaking have nice conversations with people. So go check that out as well. You might find something you like there.
Yeah. You want me to go next, Ivan?
Yeah, sure.
Well, thank you everybody for watching this episode, and Evan joined in, so it's gonna get good when Evan joins.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I would have joined sooner, but like, okay, so there's a bit more backstory to it, and like this whole thing was just beyond frustrating. Okay, so I'm currently home alone. My mother is like spending some time at a friend of hers house, even though she's over 40 years old. I don't know. Anyway, I don't get it, but it is what it is. So yeah, so she's doing that. And my plan was to hang out with this friend of mine that I hadn't seen since April. It's been a while. And whenever I go anywhere or whatever, I have a backpack that I put shit in, right? And I take it with me. Simple as that. And sure enough, I was texting my friend and I said to him, "Hey man, I'm gonna like go over like sometime around noon and all of that." And then he was like, "Perfect. All right, I'll see you there." And then I go around my house to look for the backpack that I put my stuff in, and where is it? Fucking gone because my mother took it. My mother took my backpack, and I was like, and then I called her and I was like, "Did you fucking take my backpack with you?" And she was like, "Yeah." And I was like, ugh, god damn it. So basically, I had to find some other thing to put my shit in so I could go, and that took a while. But then I was like, well, I should wait until my friend is actually there. And then I asked him, when do you get off work? And he said, 8 tonight. I'm like, all right, fine. I'll just wait around until 8 and I'll just chill and then I'll go. And then I realized that I had like an over the shoulder bag, not a purse, not that shit, but like a laptop bag kind of thing. But I realized that like that was fucking painful, like right on my collarbone. So that wasn't gonna work because it's a long walk too, right? So that wasn't gonna work whatsoever. And so I actually walked like not even halfway there, and then I was like, fuck this. And I turned back around, went back to my house, sat down. I'm like, I gotta find a way to get a ride, right? Now here's where it gets even fucking stupider. I do not have a credit card. And my dumbass got the idea of like, what if I maybe for the first time ever used Uber? What if I tried that? So I download the Uber app, and then it says select payment method, credit or debit card. And I was like, I can't pay with cash? God damn it. So I got angry by this point. At this point, I'm losing my fucking marbles, right? And and then I wait a while and I give up. I'm like, I'm just gonna listen to music and shit and watch YouTube until I figure something out. And then just now, my friend texted me and said, "Hey man, I'm gonna be working overnight." And I was like, "Okay." So I waited all that time essentially for the sake of nothing.
It's all good, Evan.
It's been a long fucking day. Oh yeah, and also my psychotic neighbor has also been bothering the shit out of me today. So that's fun too. Can I guys tell you that story real quick? The story of what I found out about my neighbor?
Oh, sure. I'm curious. You might as well.
Mike, I think you already know this story on YouTube, Antwan, but hear this shit out, right? You're not going to believe this. So this was last month. I'm chilling in my room, just watching YouTube and shit, and I faintly heard random screaming outside. Faintly, right? I don't know who was doing it. I don't know what it was from. But because I'm kind of that kind of person, I just didn't pay attention. I'm like, oh, somebody's probably having an experience. Doesn't matter. It doesn't bother me. I'm fine. They're dealing with their fuck it. I'm just gonna continue doing what I'm doing. And then later I went outside to go on like a walk and stuff, and then my neighbors are all outside, my non-psychotic neighbors. Um, it's a guy next door neighbor of mine, his wife, and like his daughters and stuff, and they're all hanging out outside, and they look like distraught on their faces. And then the guy's name is Adam, and I say to him, Adam, what's wrong? And then he comes over to me and he's like, did you hear what happened with Heather? That's my next door neighbor's name. And I was like, no, what happened? And he goes, and I'm not joking, like this was actually said to me. Fucking dude says to me, oh, she earlier today got completely naked, ran down the street, and screamed at the top of her lungs.
Wow, what a great neighborhood you live in.
Yeah. And I looked at him, I'm like, you're joking, right? And then he was like, no, I'm dead fucking serious. And I was like, and then I said to myself, so that's probably what the screaming was that I heard earlier today. Yeah. So yeah, and what's funny, I was hanging out with this neighbor for a bit. Now I'm petrified of her. And what's even stupider, right? I have both of the Kill Bill films, right? You know, the fucking Quentin Tarantino movies, right? I let her borrow the second one. As far as I'm concerned, she can keep that shit. I'm not asking for it back. I'm not asking for it back because she scares the shit out of me. So yeah. Yeah, and she was just being annoying as shit today, and she kept knocking on my door, and I was just ignoring it because I was like, I don't want to fucking talk to you, like, bruh. So, yeah,
May I finish my outro?
yeah. Sorry, it's just been a very eventful day. That's all.
Oh yeah. Well, things got interesting real quick in a matter of 10 minutes, and I hope you enjoyed this episode. Hit that like button if you did. Subscribe, comment for more. We're going to be dropping Clash of Champions, the review, next week. Nick, if you would like to come on.
Oh,
Why
I'd
not?
freaking go on. Yeah, I'll do
Never.
that. Yeah.
And don't forget to tuck your chin, everyone. Most important.
That's right.
Yeah.
All right. Guess I'm the last one left.
Yes.
Well, thank you all for watching. This was my first time hosting, but I guess we go back to Evans. Hope you all enjoyed. Hope you all have a great evening, night, day, wherever time you're watching this. And take care and always continue to tuck your chin.
That's right. And finally, for me, your incredibly late host, because I'm a totally responsible young lad. Hope you guys enjoyed watching this, even though I showed up at the last goddamn minute. I've been up since 4 a.m. It's been a crazy day. You gotta do what you gotta do. Enjoy Clash of Champions. We'll be doing the review next week, as the homie Michael said. And yeah, remember to tuck your chin, and if you don't, you will never see your family again.
Oh no. I like my family though.
Well, if you don't tuck your chin, I mean, hey.
I gotta start tucking my chin.
Peace out, everyone. See you later.
All right.
Tuck your